win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room, everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist. No stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't.
What's good, our Raw Society family? It's your boy Souls and my boy Classic with the classic codes. We're giving you guys a double hitter today. We just got done with Sunday service. Then we coming over with a Raw Reels review from They Cloned Tyrone. How you doing, man? I know we just talked. We were just backstage. Never know. Things could change at the split of an eye. How you doing?
I'm well, man. I'm well. Ready to have this good psychology discussion, man. Yep.
Yeah, I remember you saying that with Tez the other day. He's like, I'm asking you how you doing, like we just ain't talk.
Yeah. Every time we get on camera, what's going on with you? We're talking 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As y'all can see below, man, we got a live show coming to Darren, Illinois, February the 13th at the Q Bar. Let me say that again, at the Q Bar in Darren, Illinois, February 13th. You can catch myself, 1/5 of the Raw Society Coalition, Souls. Then you got my boy Classic, the Classic Codes. Then you also got our First Lady conversation with Soft Rain. You got our boy Plug from Uncle Plug TV. And then last but not least, we got Tez from the Tez Down, man. Make sure y'all get those tickets while they still on sale. The prices will be going up soon, but we are running a special right now. Make sure you're in the building. If you ain't got nothing else to do on your Valentine's weekend, now why not join it with us, man? It's going to be a good one, man. I think it's going to be a very intimate show. We're not selling a bunch of tickets for it. We want this to be an intimate moment where people can sit down, have grown folks conversation, and feel like they part of the family, man. So that's going to be Raw Society again, February 13th at the in Darren, Illinois at the Q Bar. I called it the O Bar earlier, so make sure y'all go to the Q Bar. So we're going to be talking about They Cloned Tyrone today, man. I don't know if everybody's seen this. This was back in 2000, I think 22 or 23. So it's been out for a few years now. I'm gonna read to you guys what they actually classified as. So they classified as a They Cloned Tyrone is a gritty, comedic sci-fi thriller with about 3 unlikely allies: Fontaine, Yo-Yo, and Slick Charles, who uncover a bizarre government cloning operation hidden beneath their neighborhood. So that's what it's about. But we're gonna break it down in a more psychological way. Talk about the things that we are known for here on the Raw Society Coalition and even on our separate platforms at the Classic Codes and also at Souls of Thought and No Middleman podcast as well. So, man, we're going to get it right into it, y'all. We ain't going to hold y'all too long, man. We've been on this thing. I know my boy got work tonight. It's his Monday. Why it's our Sunday. So we're going to get into the first topic. It says the system beneath the surface. So if you watch the movie, for those who are out there, this is the point where they realized that it was actually underground locations beneath them where old boy, the main topic, he was able to go see himself actually in the tube. The first time he seen himself actually roll out of the, he was like in the little thing that they would have at like a police station when you're trying to recover the body or whatnot. He seen himself there first, but then later on they followed the black SUV that they always seen, and they were able to find the underground location. So it talks about control. Control is the first thing. So what do you think about that when it talks about the movie Control, controlling the black populace? Classic. A lot of that probably would have came from like the chicken commercial that you seen them serving the chicken. Other things in society like the drug dealers. For content purposes only, they had the pimps and prostitution. So just other ways they were controlling the I would say the ghetto, man, the hood, the black environment. So what is your thoughts about that?
I think it was an excellent depiction of social engineering. It was like an artistic depiction of social engineering. Essentially, You study what you want to control. You understand it. Once you understand it, you can learn how to manipulate it in mass. And then if you're really, really good of a great social engineer, you set it up to where it can run on itself. You don't have to continue to manipulate and pull strings. You set it to where it can continue to work out algorithmically, if you will. So, yeah, I think it was an excellent artistic depiction of that. And I think that it's very much real. Like, you think about the concept of sheeple, right? The masses, the flock. Like, most people think like this. It's why the word normal even exists.
Yeah.
Because if everybody was themselves, there would be no norm. Like, we have foundational things, right? Like, everybody pee and poop the same way or whatever. But as far as like humans and characteristics and traits, everyone would have their own uniqueness about them. Everyone would think and see things a little bit differently. Everyone would have their own quirks. And I feel like to a degree we do, but it's suppressed significantly. And this movie showed why. You know what I'm saying? Because we're told what to told what to think. We're told how to feel. We're told how to act. We're told what's right, what's wrong. We're told everything. We didn't figure anything out. So yeah, I think that it was a great depiction of that on the screen. But I don't know that we talked about it a little backstage that everybody got that from looking at it though.
Yeah. And then I think it also goes into like conditioning, like even the first scene of the show when the little dude is a snitch. Like think about him going to find the dude for him. Like he got in the car, he's already an informant, right? That's what we see happen to a lot of the people that somehow escape prison or escape jail time that's in the streets. This little dude, and he asks him like, man, when you gonna put me on? When you gonna put me on? You know what I mean? He gave him $5, you know what I mean? And he in the car talking about SpongeBob, and then he finds out the old boy actually knows what SpongeBob is, but he just wasn't trying to have the conversation. He was just using a little dude to get the information he needed. But I think that was very unique too when it comes to conditioning. Like it starts at that young of an age, right? Like he can grow up to just be in the streets because he's familiar with it, but also find a way to stay out of prison because he becomes an informant. Things that we see today in everybody's, like we see snitching all the time now. Like that's literally who was that? Young Thug. We seen that whole play out. We seen that whole thing play out with him and Gunna. Just all types of stuff that we see every day in our society. So how do you feel about that part? Just like the social conditioning, but it's more from a cultural standpoint.
I think that it's the movie was spot on. For me, it was like a not a revelation, but it was just one of them things where it was like, I hope they get it now. Like, I hope everybody see what I've been saying. It didn't happen, but yeah, I think that it's when you look at it, I gotta finally give people a little bit of leverage that preach about Black folks being oppressed. Because, okay, you have the ability to manipulate. You have the ability to socially engineer. We understand. So you decide to do it for this. You decide to manipulate us to do these things, to, self-destruct, essentially, or to feed into slavery, essentially, right? Yeah. So that you can continue to run some form of slavery without having to call it that and without it looking like that. But that's very much what it is. Like it lets you know the intentions of those who have true power. It lets you know the intentions. It lets you know the spirit of it. It lets you know whether or not they have a heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's very much true. Like, I think the evil has risen to the top, not the cream, but the evil has risen to the top. Because if you can control me, what you have me do says a lot about you.
Yeah.
So,
and I thought the movie too also, because we hear this a lot in the Black culture, it's like everything's about principle. And like you've seen a lot of that very early on, right? Like when he seen that he was short his money, it was all about, hey, I gotta, where he at? Did you go ask anybody? Did you, like, you can already tell that the other dude was trying to give Slick Charles like a pass to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Hey, man, I couldn't find him. He wasn't there, man. Like, and he went straight to the source. Like, hey, he asked old girl, gave her a couple of dollars, which again, conditioning, programming. Yep. Like, I know what feeds you. Like, y'all got to even think from the point where he leaves the liquor store every day and the old dude's giving him a little wisdom, but he pours him a drink. Like, all of it is just conditional. He knew what pushes people forward.
Yeah.
I think that's why we become dangerous in our own society. Like,
I
think that gentleman didn't even know how powerful he was. Like, because he already had peeped out what conditioned everybody to move the way he needed them to move. It might be liquor for this person, money for this person. Little dude want to be down, you know what I mean, at an early age, so he gonna go give me the information I need. Like, everybody played roles in his whole life that it resulted into control, conditioning, and the whole psychological factor.
Yeah, that's a very nuanced way to break down like street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what you're describing, just his street smarts, his savvy. You know what I mean? This person, liquor, like you said, right? This the alky, so I know what to feed him. You know, this woman, she bought that bread. I know what to feed her. So like that's like that street savvy. But that's very like, I didn't even look at it that way. I didn't, you know what I mean? I just looking at him go about. And maybe it's because I'm like, I saw a little bit of that being young. You know, I'm from the inner city and stuff like that. So I seen how people maneuver that way. Like, you know, my pops, I seen him pull up on this person and know to have, you know, a 6-pack of beer, pull up on this person and know to have, you know what I'm saying, some fruit or some, you know what I mean, whatever, just like what each person, like, so I never really looked at it like that though. That's crazy.
Almost like hood. It's almost like hood hospitality. Like, I know what's going to get everybody going. Let me just have a little bit of it. It ain't got to be much. I mean, you got to think about it. He was giving that dude a drop of liquor. Like, like, it wasn't that much, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that much. But then the dude was also giving him a drop of wisdom.
Yeah. Fair exchange.
You know, it ain't what it say? It ain't robbery if it's fair exchange.
Exactly.
So, like, I mean, the movie was deep. Like, when you really sit down and think about it, the movie super deep. You know what I mean? Like, it has a lot to it. I think to me, it was a new era version of the Willie Lynch story.
Ooh.
It was a way for them to show us how in society we will control ourselves, right? We will control our own people. Like, we no longer need to have the white man up front. The white man don't have to be the master no more. I can go get somebody who you look up to or you have reverence for, and that person now becomes your new slave master, your new owner, your new, like, even though we're going to get to this later in the movie, but you start to see who was the face behind it all. But like, at the end of the day, they no longer have to control us. Like, the Willie Lynch story talked about that. Like, they don't have to divide black people no more by back breaking or horse breaking, as they called it. They're going to now separate themselves from light skin, dark skin, woolly hairs, long hair, like all types of things. We separate ourselves. So I thought that really stood out when I was watching the movie. It was like, okay, he technically became the new slave master because everybody in the hood like respected him. And of course, everybody has their own, you know, villain who we seen who the villain was in the first scene.
But that goes back to us being for sale. It's gonna stay that way as long as we for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can always, you know, put you know, somebody up on ESPN or, you know, the Breakfast Club or wherever. You know, they can always buy somebody or find somebody that's for sale, put them up somewhere real high, and they know to stay inside of certain lines, right? Play inside of certain lines, stay inside of certain lines, and you know, we'll make sure you get a handsome ransom.
That is true. They gave one of them 200 million, huh? 200 million, you know, allegedly for content purpose. So make sure y'all hit that like button. We got Soft Rain in the chat. Make sure y'all sharing this with a friend, man. Make sure everybody's getting on this. We'll be clipping this up as well. I think it'll make for some good clips, some good content. So we're gonna move on to number 2. The second thing is identity, trauma, and awakening, man. A lot of self-awareness from Fontaine's journey. You'll start, Fontaine is like the main character guy who ends up getting, allegedly for content purposes only, he got shot, but then he woke up the next day. They try to make it look like a dream, but he woke up and was able to like do everything again. He went, you know, bought the lottery ticket. He was short money again, like, but he went by things in a little different way. I tell people it's like the hood version of Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher when he did that movie Butterfly Effect. But But how do you feel about the first one? Identity, using like things to identify us. I think what stood out to me the most was that chicken commercial. All those ingredients they put into things to make food craveable, addicting, MSG, and all that stuff.
Yeah, the part for me that stands out is the part with the music manipulation, of course.
Oh, in the club.
Yeah, that's the part, you know, like they pretty much were zombies.
Yes.
You know, and that's that I believe was the not even an exaggeration. Like I've literally seen it. Like you be at concerts and like 90% of the people are just like off in this, in a whole different zone. You know what I'm saying? They all in this same space. And it's almost like you can get. I remember it happened. I'll give you a story because I can't explain it well without telling the story. I was in Vegas and I was at Dre's, and at the time, I think that Uzi Vert song, is it Uzi Vert that made the song? Yeah, it was Uzi Vert. His song was real popular, and I remember being in the club. I was with a little fine little joint too. Me, International Ken. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had no joint with him, but you know what I'm saying, for content creation purposes, entertainment. I don't know what year this was. So look, we was out there and you know what I'm saying, and the song come on, and you know it's thousands of us in there, or whatever, hundreds or whatever. And everybody in unison, not me, but everybody in unison, like push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
Going crazy.
I stopped talking to the little joint and I was like, nah, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it. Like, what? Like, the frequency of that. All them people in unison saying those words is crazy.
Yeah.
Bruh, and then I saw they called Tyrone, you know, fast forward, this movie comes out, I saw that, and like the way they was like zombified, and it's like, do y'all even hear what y'all saying? Do y'all hear what y'all saying? Like, you can't, like, you, but even like it was moving them physically, making them do behaviors. You feel, so it's like when we say, oh, you know, I just listen to it because I like the beat. Ooh, like you have no idea what that's, because it's like when I go to the gym, for example, if it's boxing day, you would think I was a straight YN. I'm in there listening to all of it, every block sliding, hop popping, because that's the frequency I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm being violent for the next hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like it does something. It does. The way the drums hit, the words they saying, it puts you in a different mode. It's a reason why people playlist before they football games is a certain way. You feel me? But the music manipulation, when I think about the identity, the trauma, the awakening, and just like, and it ties in with the first part too, the control.
Yeah.
That part was the part for me. I was like, yeah, like they was on to something with this one. This one underrated.
And then you can see that like the DJ notices that, man, 2 people out of the club ain't affected by this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of like where we would stand in today's time, like the people who are woke or enlightened or the awakening, like we get it, right? So we can listen to the same music you listen to and have no influence by it.
Right.
Like it really could just put us in the mood we trying to get into, but that mood doesn't become like what identifies us. It doesn't become our identity. Right. And I think that's what like the music was doing. Because if you seen Jamie, he had his hand in there, and like he was just moving, like he was just moving. Like he was like, "Come on, man, come on!" Like they literally had to drag him out the spot. But then even after that, the music was able to get all them out of the club and start chasing them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yeah, we know that they know. We now need to turn our attention to those people. Yep. Like I really feel like that's what like Kanye and certain people in the industry are dealing with today. Like those people know. So now the industry is pushing everybody to you to make you seem like the worst person that, because you're speaking the truth. Kyrie went through this in the NBA. You know what I mean? That was heavy with Kyrie. Like once he seen everything, once he became woke, they didn't like that. So I thought it was super good, man. And then kind of speaking on that part that me and Classic talking to you guys about, that's when the white man shows his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows Fontaine another version of him. But if you notice, Fontaine looked like he got like a white person hair texture. He's in the suit chauffeuring the white man around. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we understand that either. Like, placement is very important. Like what Classic said earlier, like everything's about placement. like even as kids, I think we missed it because we were so young. But like y'all got to remember the films they put on TV, like Driving Miss Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they made that like a classic.
Yeah.
Like think about that. That was a classic. Like racism, like racist movies were a classic. Like that Mother Dearest, Mama Dearest, whatever her name is, when the white lady had the biracial daughter who she beat. Like we made these films like things that everybody must watch, dog. And then later on, if y'all want to talk about something a little bit more present, The Help.
Yeah.
Like we glorified these things. Like we started to put these things in front of us, like even though these were controlled by other people who don't look like us, man. So crazy, man. But then he also showed, how did you feel about the part when he shows that like I can make you almost unalive yourself?
Yeah.
Like put it to her head.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, no, you know what? You don't believe me? Put it in your mouth, Fontaine. Like,
yeah. I think that part was powerful too, because it shows you just how much of a joystick they got over people who are not awake. Like, and man, if people understood the amount of control that they're under, you feel me? Like it's even the enlightened, we know how much control we don't have. Like even still, like, you know, like I know that if you want to stay in America for your whole life, you'll never be a free person, allegedly for content creation purposes, but you'll never be free. Like as long as there's still taxation, the way that it's designed, because I don't think people shouldn't pay taxes, right? The nation needs to be able to operate, but the way that we're taxed coming, going, to, fro, up, down, left, right. We tax from all directions, 100 different ways, right? That's OD. It's OD. We OD taxed, right? But I digress. I think that if you're awake and you understand what's really going on, that you understand that shit, freedom is even but so achievable. Because think about this, you can't own anything. You buy let's say you go buy a house cash. You don't pay a property tax, they're gonna take you out, they're gonna put you out your house. So it's not your house. So it's never your house. It's a rental. It's a rental. You're renting it from the government, depending upon you paying your taxes. And then your taxes are scalable, which means they can go up on your rent because it's rent. You're leasing from the government. Like you never own nothing. Same thing with your car. You think it's your car. Park it in the wrong spot. Park it in the wrong spot. You know what I'm saying? Or let us, you know what I'm saying? Or let your insurance lapse and you get pulled over by the wrong officer. They impound your car. You ain't got the bread. You never see that whip again. You thought you had a car. That's not your car. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is yours. You know what I'm saying? Like so there is no freedom here. And I think that was like an illustration of that. That's how I felt. Like, okay, no matter what though, bro, like at the end of the day, I could, you feel me? Like we could make it happen, bro. We can make it look how we want. We can make it look like you did it. We can make it look like an accident. We can make it look like, remember, brother, like it's not, you not in control. Like that's what I took from that.
How did you feel about this part to kind of like let people know a little bit about some of the trauma? How did you feel about how normalized Yo-Yo was to trauma? You remember when he comes to her, he's like, "Did you see me last night?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she's like, yeah. I thought you were the one doing the shooting. Like I thought it was you, and then I came back. I did see it, but I just went on by my way. Like they have made, and this is why Black people get so upset when we talk about Black on Black crime. Y'all are getting upset out of the normalization of Black on Black crime, because when you when you fail to acknowledge the truth about something, you are now saying that this has been normalized. Like. Yeah. It's no longer a problem. Well, y'all talking about Black on Black crime. They got nothing to do with like you're afraid to acknowledge that we're killing each other. That's a big issue. Like we have normalized trauma to the point where we will now become argumentative about our own trauma that we create.
Yeah,
that's powerful when you think about it. Like that's crazy.
Master psychologists, I told you they're master psychologists. When they decided to stop physically doing it, I think Willie Lynch or the whoever is the author of the document or whatever, but like, because they say I've heard different things in recent time, people saying like the Willie Lynch thing wasn't like a real thing, like that it wasn't passed around like that, but it had to be. Because it was, you know what I'm saying, like the way things were being executed is in complete alignment. But nevertheless, I think when the Willie Lynch document was being created, right, this was a person that was forward thinking, like this physical enslavement is too much work on me. It's too much work. I gotta hire somebody to have a shotgun out there on the field, watching over them, making sure they're working. Every now and again, I gotta tie one of them, whip them, even though I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly for content creation purposes, I'm over it. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. How do I get these folks off my property? How do I, you know what I'm saying? Like keep the ones I like, get rid of the fat, you know, and make these people do what I need them to do, and still feed into my machine financially, feed into what I'm doing, without having to like physically keep my hands on them. You feel me? And that's when somebody, it clicked for somebody. Willie Lynch was like, we take the mind. We take the mind. I guarantee you that's when they sent them Bibles through the plantations. I get without the Old Testament in them. I guarantee you that's when they start giving them Sundays off. You feel me? I guarantee you that's when they start showing a little grace and mercy, make them feel like their prayers are being answered.
Yeah.
Oh, Master didn't whoop him for trying to escape. Oh, we pray. The Lord, God is good. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They play. We take the mind. If we take the mind, we no longer need to physically tame the body.
Yeah.
And they got us, bro. They got us good. They got us, you know, even to this day. We rebrand things that are horrible for us. We do. Like, and I understand it. Like, I think people like my strong passion and my position for things doesn't mean I don't get everybody else. I get it. Like, I get why people still participate in Christmas. I get why people still act like New Year's is New Year's, even though the New Year's in the spring. Like, I get it. I get why people still go out, party, celebrate, and say Happy New Year, even though we know that New Year's in the spring. I get why we act like, you know, the 12-month year is a real thing, even though the educated of us know it's supposed to be 10 months. So time, in essence, altogether is jacked up. We all living longer than we think. Because if your years was 10 months long, how old would you really be? So you older than you think you is. So we all living longer than we think. It's all a mind fuck. Yeah. And this movie displayed it so artistically. You feel me? Like, it just is what it is, bro. Like, do the math on that one day when you get the chance. Like, damn, if all the years was 10 months, how old would I really be? Like, how many months have I been alive?
And then also, why do they give animals more years than we do? Like, that 1 year of a dog life is 7 years.
Right. Why is that?
Why is that? They're mammals too, just like we are.
Exactly. And then why is it in Ethiopia, they're in a different year than we are?
Yep.
Ethiopia is the only place in the world, they're not counting like us. They still on their original time.
And what can make February a leap year or not?
Come on.
How can you add an additional day and then take it away?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They just do what they want. They just do what they want. It's not real. That's what I mean. And we just buy it. We just buy it, souls. We just buy it.
Continuous, but we just gonna take it away today.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have 30 days this year. You know,
they change time when they feel like it. You know what it is? It's 4 o'clock again. We set the clock back. We're gonna do 4 o'clock again. From 2 to 3, we're gonna do that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, at 2 o'clock the clock go back. What you mean? Yeah.
You said 30 days makes a month. That's a lot there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And then some months is 31. Why? Because does the cycle of the moon and the sun change?
Make up for that leap year that don't exist.
Come on now. Come on now. It's all that.
I actually put into the the big system to compare the Willie Lynch to the They Cloned Tyrone. And it says the biggest message is Black people are controlled. It says any group can be controlled if patterns go unquestioned for long enough. I think this is what you hit on a lot about, like what we're doing today, right? Even on Raw Reels and on Sunday service, we start to question. Like when you never push back on something, it becomes something that could control. That's why I said, like, for people not to push back on black crime, it has now controlled you.
Yeah.
Like you have no control if you lack the opportunity. I mean, lack the foresight to like push back on something. And then it also said what you said too. A lot of people don't know whether if Willie Lynch was real or not.
Right.
If he was, it would have apparently been like a British slave owner that wrote it. So like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I heard. They said Willie Lynch himself is not a real person. But the obviously the document, it was written by somebody, but they say the name
is a black person. I think it was a black person who was enlightened, who seen the programming.
Why would he write that to show them how to perpetuate our enslavement? Why would somebody black write that?
Because he probably wrote it for the white man.
Why? Why would he do that?
Because we forget this too, y'all. White people weren't going to school. Like just because, like, I think a lot of people forget that too. Like, there wasn't a bunch of white guys and white women going to school back in those days.
Right.
They lacked just as much intelligence as we did.
Right.
Like, think about that, y'all. Like, that education wasn't like this rampant thing that people were going to do. Like, these were wealthy families who passed down wealth by a system that controlled black people.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's how some black people were teaching white people things.
Right, but why would somebody black write that for them though? Why would he do it? Like, threat?
Because they have no control.
So, like, for fear, like, if you don't write this for me, we'll do something to you.
Like, what have you observed? What have you seen? I guarantee you, it was somebody who was super smart, who probably got super close with the slave owner's child or something like that, and end up somebody said, ZJ said, they stole our credit.
Yeah, we don't want credit for that one. I don't want no credit for that. I don't want to say no black person wrote that. Have y'all ever read the Willie Lynch document? It's so detailed. It's a step-by-step program to make slavery run. I'm talking about down to the breeding and everything. Discipline,
because
psychology.
This class, it could have, man, when you think about it, it could go back all the way to Native Americans, though. Because the Native Americans taught the white people about farming, about like people forget who created like a lot of these things, you know, why we even got things like Thanksgiving and all that stuff. Like, there were people who taught us how to move in society before we got all this. So this could have been written by a bunch of different, or it could have been a collaboration.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, like when you sit back and think about it, man, but like it could have been a collaboration of just a bunch of books, you know, just like the Bible. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna get to y'all coming. We're gonna start this last topic real quick. The last one talks about lastly, do we escape, resist, or become replaced? So this is something you see towards the end of the movie with Fontaine. Once reality finally set in for him, there were moments where he tried to like shoot himself through the thing he was in. Then he kind of went through a resistance stage where like he was trying to create a plan with Slick Charles and Yo-Yo. And then at the very end, he becomes complacent and like, hey, why am I going to do all this stuff? Because he finds out, hopefully y'all watch this, that his mom was never in the room. His mom, every time his mom responded to him about, baby, I got fish at the fish fry, that was a recording system that was playing to him. Because he never, and see, that's another, like, it's so deep, y'all, because we get into habits, right? Y'all got to think about it. Everything Fontaine did was habit, y'all. Every scene they started, what was he doing in the morning? Lifting weights. He go from lifting weights to going to be the collector. He's going to collect his money. Ride in the car, pick up little dude. He sit with him for a little bit. You know what I mean? Then he go to the crib. The people bringing him the money. He going to collect again. And then he goes to the liquor store. He think he's going to hit the lottery. He never wins. Even the old man keeps telling him, you'll never win. Like, it's not built for you to win. Like, we are on a rat cycle. That's not just black society. That's a society in general. Mm-hmm. It's poor people who are buying a lottery ticket every day.
Mm-hmm.
A lottery ticket and cigarettes. Probably spending $10 a day. If you did that math for the years, you done bought a lottery ticket and a pack of cigarettes, you'll be rich already.
Nah, it's gonna pay off. Y'all keep playing. I got an uncle that hit. I ain't never gonna tell nobody stop playing the lotto. I got an uncle that hit.
But you also tell me about that uncle and his education and wealth.
Yeah. Your
uncle didn't go in with the same mindset.
No, I mean, he looked at it as an investment, I guess, because he played his numbers and his numbers came. He must have did some math in his head. Because when they interviewed him, he said, I knew there's like, are you shocked that you won? He said, no, I always knew I was gonna win. That's what he said, literally, to the news.
So think about his program.
Mm-hmm.
He manifested. He that's manifestation.
Yeah, I mean, his numbers came.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's manifestation. Yeah. He said, like, I knew I was going to hit. Like, you ain't telling me nothing I haven't seen. That guy was stretching off a ticket with no hope every day.
True.
See, like, we talk about the book of Habakkuk. Again, if y'all Christians out there, especially Black Christians, if you read chapter 2 of Habakkuk, he talks about how to make your vision clear, how to write it down, and how to tarry and wait. Meaning you continue to do the same things you're doing. Your uncle did the same things he did every day, but he probably wasn't out there. He ain't going there with no job.
No,
he wasn't buying the ticket just being an alcoholic and thinking he's gonna win one day.
No.
He still lived his life the way he needed to live it, but he know that eventually my vision will come to fruition.
Yep.
So like, and then you could tell he lived with it because the knowledge he gave y'all, even after having the money.
Yeah.
He didn't have the money and like blow it and go broke.
Nah, they chilling.
Yeah,
well,
so
he gone, but the estate is chilling.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah,
so like you gotta think about it. That's he wasn't programmed at all.
Yeah, nah.
He just had the common sense to say, okay, if I play 3 numbers for the next 30 years, I'm not worried about the $2 I'm losing every day. That's my little 10% I'm giving to myself every day. I'm gonna eventually win. I just gotta live long enough to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. It took him to his 60s though. He got to enjoy it though.
Well, you see what I mean?
Yeah. He had to. Yeah, he put the time in now, but hey, he got to see it. Yeah. He had a funeral of a king. We pulled up in that thing, stretch sprinter vans, stretch shit y'all ain't even seen stretch. They were stretching stuff that ain't supposed to be stretched. Stretch Cadillac.
Hummers. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, like it's so unique. But yeah, I thought it was crazy when he finally said, I'm gonna actually go in the room and check on my mother. But his mother no longer existed.
Yeah. And that was it for
him. Yeah, that moment on, he was like, what?
It is what it is.
Yeah, what it is at that point. Yeah. Like that's how programmed we are, man. So he tried to be replaced, but I want to end on this for Classic to kind of close it out for us. Should people be afraid to be replaced, or is it inevitable?
I think it's more learned behavior. Again, I think that I think it's inevitable. I don't think you should be afraid of it. I think we're taught we're taught to think about not only passing away a lot, but being a legend, right? This legacy, when I'm gone, it's this human arrogance and ego thing. Yeah, when I'm gone, my name will echo in the hallways of this place and all this, that, and the third. It's like all rooted in this thing where it's like, okay, we're supposed to be looking forward to passing, right? Because there's something amazing on the other side, allegedly, we have to see. And then, but at the same time, there's this thing of like wanting to still be here when we gone. It's like if I'm moving on to this glory that we all speak of, I'm gonna be real, I give a damn about what y'all think about me back here in the earth realm. Like I'm onwards and upwards, like for real. Like I do not care. I don't care. Like I remember, I forget which one of my family members that's passed away. It might have been one of my older, like great uncles or something, because I got to meet a lot of my uncles that was 2 generations up. So like shout out to all my great uncles. But like I think one of my older great uncles, very blunt men, very straightforward men, probably why I am how I am. But he was like, man, I don't care what y'all do about the funeral and none of that. I'm gonna be dead. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't care. I don't care about the casket. I don't care who come. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if y'all keep all the money. I don't care. I'm gonna be dead. I don't care. Hey, y'all asking me now about how I'm gonna feel dead. I don't care. I don't care. On behalf of me dead, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when he said it, it was so plain, but it's like It makes sense. Like I'm gone, folks. Like gone is gone, folks. Like all this, how you want me handled and all that. That's a carcass, gang. Like it's over with. You know, it's a meat sleeve. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that being replaced is inevitable. I think if you want to leave something behind, you know, maybe leave knowledge, leave resources, leave a seed, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
And something I don't want to overlook before we close out, Classic. I don't want to overlook, because I know if you guys get a chance to watch this, Yo-Yo, to me, she was the main character without being the main character. And the reason why I say this is because Yo-Yo had a future, but never truly explored her future. She stayed very stagnant, even though the system knew how intelligent she was. Like when she gets put into that room, he's reading to her all her work that she wrote, and like she had all these dreams of exploration, and desires to like go to college and explore all this stuff. Like she was so talented, but she allowed her stagnation and the culture and her identity that then became like a woman of the night to like suffocate her. But the man who had his hand on her knew all her potential. And I think that's really the fear of the system. Like when the world seen, when Kyrie Irving seen how important he was to basketball by just sitting out, didn't have to say much, took a stance. Like once you see how powerful you are in this game, it changes your perspective on things.
Oh yeah.
Like she was powerful and she just never got the opportunity to see it. And then when she finally seen it, it was too late, right? She tried to walk down the street in her disguise and she had a hat on, and that other prostitute like, yo, where you going? And it's almost like a human version of the crabs in the bucket mentality. Yeah. Like, where you think you going? Like, I see you, girl. Like, come back here. Where you going? And then that's when they grabbed her. Like, she was trying to escape. And I feel like a lot of people are stuck in that now. Like they're to a point now, regardless when they try to escape, it's so much damage already done that they're always going to fall back.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's over with, souls. I can't even sit up here and try to play optimistic with you. It's a wrap. Especially if you're talking about the blacks. It's over for the blacks, dog. It's a wrap. It's curtains, bro. We overly indoctrinated. We like it too. Listen, we are horrible. Like we the ones that like we'll know our favorite uncle, an alcoholic or a struggle with alcoholism. You feel me? But on the pull up to go kick it with him, we gonna bring him a little pint. You feel me? To kick it with knowing he don't need a drink. Or we the ones that know, like, you feel me? Our favorite auntie got sugar diabetes, but her favorite sweet is that cheesecake you make. And every time you slide on auntie, you gonna bring her a cheesecake. You feel me? You gonna still pull up on her with a cheese, knowing it's gonna get her up out of here. That cheesecake gonna get auntie gone, but you gonna bring her a cheesecake because you know that's what auntie. We'll do that. We don't look out for best interest, bro. We look out for convenience. For real. Like that's what it's about with us. We don't look not the best interest, bro. Convenience. I hear what you're saying about black on black crime and all that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a professional scammer and I still gotta hit my auntie, cousins, and all my closest friends' debit cards. I still gotta crack these cards. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Like we don't care. It's just convenience and best interest of ourselves at all times. And so because of it, it's over with. You feel me? And then look, you would think the church supposed to say today, it ain't gonna say today. They in there judging worse than the people on the streets. At least on the streets, everybody know who everybody is. Yeah. You feel me? Everybody know who everybody is. The dealer know who the junkie is. The violent one know who everybody just, you know, play their role. Hey, what's up, Fred? They let Fred do what Fred do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Frank, they got their routine, like you said. They wrote, you feel me? Everybody, but not in church. Oh no, look at her. Yeah, all the wandering, judgmental eyes and the debauchery going on in the sanctuary. Come on, man. It's like it's flipped upside down. So the people that's supposed to say today, they can't even say today. It's over. It's a wrap. I can't even play. And Cloned Tyrone showed it perfectly. So at this point, when you enlightened, you do get to the point that he got to. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But it's sad because like it got to a point where Slick Charles, who Jamie Foxx played the pimp, he asked Fontaine, he said, "Dawg, I really did win a Pimp of the Year award, did I?" Like people started to like almost say that like he almost was saying like I have taken on a role that wasn't even me, but I lied to myself enough and lied to these women enough that I now believe the story that I have been pushing out for decades. Like that's crazy, dog. That you can lie so long. When we talked about this, guys, if you catch us on Sunday service, it's the lie, man. It's the precious lie, man. The perfect lie, man. Like you can lie to yourself so long, man. Great film, man. Like if you watch it from that viewpoint, it'll be hard to watch just to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like if I got to give it a score, I'll probably give it a strong 5.5.
Right, out of 10.
Out of 10. Like without my glasses on.
Right.
It would take me a while to watch that.
Right. But if you woke, it's fire.
Yeah. What about you though? What you think?
I gave it an 8 off rip. You know what I'm saying? Just I remember just seeing like for me, what did it, like I said, was the club scene. Like when I saw the music manipulation displayed, and even like the clones and all that, I mean, we seen that to some degree before, but like that part being depicted the way it was, I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. And when I remember when it dropped, this was around the time like trap was still like prominent. Hip hop was still the #1 music on in the world, like most consumed music in the world. Is not no more. I think country took the mantle like a couple years ago or a year or two ago, but it was hip hop for like a nice little stretch of time. And at that time, you know, the music had become very, very poisonous. You know, I remember early in the morning they was playing that one song. I can't remember the name of it. It kind of is important, but it's not important. But it was a super violent song. It was about sliding on somebody, and they was playing it like 5 a.m. on the radio, like every day, like clockwork, 2-3 times in an hour. Like, bro, before you can even get your coffee in your system, we listening to some music on our public radio, like regular radio, about sliding on the ops. It's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what that do to the whole frequency of the city?
Yeah.
Or the state? Like, you know, what do we like? There's no intentions here, or is there? And then if there is, then what they're clear. You know what I'm saying? You don't want us to be okay. So, I gave it an 8, bro, but that's because I can't take the glasses off. You feel me? Like I can't, like it's hard for me to watch it and just watch it. Like I'm gonna see it for what it is.
Yeah, and then also Classic always says, you know, everything that you need to know is in plain sight. They literally hid their underground compartments in plain sight. They pretty much was they pretty much was integrated into their systems. Strip clubs, nightclubs, whatever church, like wherever you wanted to see black people the most, that's where they were. Like, so just something to think about, man. Something to think about. We're gonna read these chats like we always do before we get out of here. We appreciate y'all who tuned in. Like I said, we will be breaking this down as some clips as well for y'all. Plug said, man, they dang show did made it a classic about black servitude. Crazy work. Yeah. He said nothing is what is it, ideal? Is that what he meant?
I'm not sure. Ideal refers to absolute ownership of land, property held free and clear of any superior landlord, government, or feudal obligation. Okay, that's what that word means. Yeah, that's essentially what we're void of here. We don't have that.
What's good? Is that Zay542? He said they stole our credit. What's good? Big Skull always in the building. 333. Zay said we create it. They take the credit, cycle continues, and they monetize off of it. Yeah, I agree with that. Soft Rain said, hey, Sko. Sko said I had to watch it 3 times before I could watch it with my glasses off. Yeah, like it's different, man. It hits home, man. I think it's a good movie to watch if you're trying to watch it from that perspective. But I also think they made it something challenging to watch because they didn't want us to figure it out. It's another one of those movies, man. It's another one of those movies like you'll watch it probably 5 years from now and be like, dang, Man, just like the Black Mirror series. You ever watch the Black Mirror series?
Yeah, some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, some of those hit home too. Like, it's a lot of stuff, man. They're programming us right in front of our faces, dog.
Yeah, for sure. They got to though. Yeah. Because the alternative is anarchy, right? Chaos. So we can't have that. Like I said, it's the pros and the cons. Like, I'll take this over anarchy, but not for the sake of myself, just for the sake of the ones that I love. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, if everything was just fair outside and dog eat dog, I'm cool. I like my chances, but I don't like it for everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? So,
you knew when I knew we were in trouble as a Black culture too, though?
Yeah.
When they started letting prisoners have cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
Because at that point, they knew we can make you so comfortable, dog. It's people right now, dog. You can go on your TikTok right now. It's a couple guys in their cell. Live. Talking to you all day.
Yeah.
Like they have brought home to you.
Yep.
Like that's crazy work. Like
when you think about it,
programming. I don't know. I don't know if y'all seen it. Maybe it's just not on my feed. I ain't seen a white person go live from TikTok in the prison, unless they getting punked or beat up from a Black person's phone. I ain't never seen that yet. If somebody see it, let me know. I ain't seen a white man on TikTok live or on anything glorifying their stay in prison. I ain't seen it. If y'all see it, pass it my way. I want to shout them out because I ain't seen them.
They cloned Tyrone, bro.
So you got anything else for him, man? I appreciate you giving me your time. I know today you're Monday. We gave y'all a back-to-back today. You know what I mean? So you got anything for him, Classic?
Nah, just stay tapped in with us all week. I'll be right back tomorrow, streaming at 4 p.m. You know, my regular daily show. So tap in with us. I think I am gonna finally touch base on the shooting. You know what I'm saying, that happened in Minneapolis.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tap in on that. So I'll probably touch that tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in to the Classic Codes this week. And thank y'all for tapping in with the Raw Society Coalition. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, make sure you get y'all tickets for the show. Because it's coming up shortly. Like it's a month away, but 2 weeks from now, we'll be like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to start rehearsing and everything this week. So it's gonna be busy for me.
Yeah, he said what we got next.
Movie wise, we still got to do our follow-up. I still want to do that follow-up on Malcolm and Marie with the panel. So yeah, let's do that.
He said, "I'm grabbing my." I appreciate it, Sco. We know you good for it. We know everybody in the chat good for it. When it comes to the tickets, man, they gonna go. All the people who need to be there gonna be there. We already envision this, man. We're gonna be just like Classic Uncle. We already there. It's gonna be a great night. It's just gonna be those who miss out. They'll see it again on YouTube and like, man, I should have made it.
For sure.
It's one of those things you want to be there. But make sure y'all see on the screen here. This is the Raw Society Coalition. We had the banner running under the screen, but just to see everybody's name, you got the Classic Codes, myself, Souls of Thought. We got Uncle Plug and Uncle Plug TV, Conversation with Soft Rain, and our boy Tez at the Tez Down. Make sure y'all tap into everybody's channel. I think y'all gonna start seeing some new stuff, man. Me and Classic was able to talk earlier just about how we need to be streamlining our platforms. I think y'all gonna see a little bit more different things so everybody can still be their individual self. So, but y'all see a little bit more out there on the whole Raw Society Coalition. Tap in. So just be looking. I think y'all gonna see more and more content coming. Classic put so much content out, I can't even keep up with it. I'll watch them because I'll be knowing what song changed or what different. But man. So shout out to you, man. Give you your flowers, man. For real, like he keeping all the families alive, dog. We appreciate you. Shout out to Conversation with Soft Rain. She finally got the King's Code off the ground. Appreciate Uncle Plug, man, for his Sundays contributions, man. Even though he's during the week. Tez, appreciate you always being consistent and always being one call away. Tez will go on anybody's show at any time. I appreciate that, man. Just want to give y'all shout outs while we here. And Classic always being ready, man. But we appreciate everybody. Again, this is the Raw Society Coalition. Tap into all our platforms. And y'all have a blessed Sunday, man. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We out.
I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. way. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't.